Vroom, vroom. We're back! Doc Phoenix, all the Marios, Excitebike, BunBun Mario Battle! So, as I said when we did the last one of these, there was a 6-month gap between Stadium 2 and Stadium 3, so we are now back to do Stadiums 3 and 4 today. And it's interesting. They actually did a lot during that 6-month gap to, like, change things up and add stuff to the game.
Like what?
The first big thing that changed is they put Luigi in the tutorial.
Huh.
For some reason. It's the exact same tutorial as last time, though, so, let's just zip through that.
Just Luigi driving.
Yep. So, for Stadium 3, the new character that they add was Princess Peach.
Okay, now this is a little confusing.
So clearly, you know, the bike race events were so successful that, you know, they decided to turn it from just an event into like a whole season of dirt bike races.
Okay.
And, you know, about halfway through, the princess just kind of decided to stop with the kissing thing. I'm gonna race now.
She seems a little confused by this prospect.
So, here's one of the other major changes, is that now, before each race, before you do the practice round, you get a course map. It just goes over the whole course, just giving you a preview, showing you what is there, so you can actually know what you're doing in your first round of practice. The actual practice part is just the same, so let's skip over that. See, interface changes. You'll notice now our coins are up at the top, and it actually shows you like how many total coins you've gotten since your last crash. The AI, I think, changed a little bit, because you saw there, like, they were all kind of crowding out, like they were blocking out all 4 lanes, the 4 of them, so I couldn't really get ahead at all. But, otherwise, it's still Excitebike. Like, the gameplay is not really changed dramatically. It's another set of new courses. Kind of interesting courses. So, as with before, I'm going to show off one lap and then just speed through the rest of it. Now, one thing that you may take note of here is that among the computer player opponents, there's no Luigi.
I do notice that.
Luigi just sorta steps aside.
To let the princess ride?
He's just kinda on the sidelines. So now, when you finish a race, instead of just holding on a screen of the princess kissing someone on the winner stand, you get this jumping challenge event. Where it's got a couple of ramps, and you're trying to get the farthest distance along this this sandpit jump across. So, you know, you do your angles on the ramps to catch them all and get it good, and you get a bonus for how flat you are when you land in the sand. Like, if you're not perfectly straight when you land, you don't get the full landing score bonus. So you have as much time to do that as you had left in the span for that race. So if you finish the race early, you'll have more time to do the jumping challenge. You only get your best jump added to your score. So, you know, it's not like giving anyone an unfair advantage if they finished faster. It just lets them try more times to get better at it.
Of course, finishing faster gives you an advantage because you
have
points.
Well, okay, finishing faster doesn't necessarily give you an advantage. It's finishing first place.
Right.
Which doesn't necessarily mean faster because of how the rubber banding works, but... here's course 2. And they couldn't have, like, kicked out one of these random Koopas for Luigi to keep racing. So he must have, like, just actively decided to stop racing. Anyway, yeah, it's a bit rough. It's still Excitebike. It's still, like, patently unfair. Computer players have a straight advantage over you. In that they don't have to deal with terrain of any sort unless they are on screen. Of course, when they are on screen, they're really bad at dealing with terrain of any sort. So I don't speed up just yet because I found the statue.
Hey, so there's one of those in each course again, right?
Yep, there's still one golden statue hidden in each course. I actually found all of them except the first in both third and fourth stadiums. So, yeah. Statues are just like a point bonus. You get a score for picking them up.
Okay. Just watching the princess with star power until she crashes.
Yep.
And then pop a sick wheelie.
Yeah, Princess is really, like, letting herself go and really just enjoying herself. Yeah, there's, they put the ramp in the air in this one. The second ramp. You know, you use the ramps to gain speed, because whenever you hit one of those ramps, you go a lot faster.
Right.
But, here's how you actually do it good.
Whee.
Yeah, for each of these, I'm showing my first run, and then my best run, and then moving on to the score screen. And you can see it's got the little, the gold statue up there. So, you know, it adds them up there as you collect them, so you'll see how many statues you found. Also, after the second course, you get this boo bonus. Now, we saw the boo bonus once in the previous stadiums. It was at the end that you got this bonus game of jumping over boos. So you get about 2 minutes to just go on this track and try and jump over as many boos as you can. In the previous one, you really only had, like, the one shot to do it. In this one, you get, you know, as many attempts as you can fit within 2 minutes. And it actually counts your score for every attempt. So, you actually get some bonus for doing it very quickly. You get an extra bonus if you do it perfectly. Like, you get 10,000 points for jumping every single boo in a single run. But that's a bit hard.
And this seems to be different configurations each run, or...
Oh, it's the same configuration each time I loop through here. In each time that you encounter this game, it's a different configuration. But you run the same configuration repeatedly for the 2 minutes.
Okay.
And you see here, it shows how many attempts you completed and what your total score was across them.
And Boo's very embarrassed that you jumped over them.
Yep. It's like you were staring him right in the face and everything.
Yeah.
So we move on to the third course. It's another Excitebike course. It's got bumps, it's got the puddles, it's got the sand pits. This one has a lot of jumps in a row.
Just, okay.
That's kind of interesting. But, yeah, it's Excitebike.
Yeah. Vroom Vroom Battle Stadium.
In this one, I found the gold statue while doing practice, so just showed off that there.
Okay.
You see how Toad is just wobbling back and forth there? That's something that the AI does now in, starting with the third stadium, is they'll do that to just kind of try and catch you and knock you over if you're trying to pass them.
Yahoo.
Yeah, you see Wario doing that again. So.
Instead of just staying in the same lane.
Yeah.
Forever. Everybody's just wiping out.
Yep. Again, the computer is really bad at dealing with terrain if it actually has to deal with terrain. Which is why they cheated to make it not have to deal with terrain while it's not visible.
So, when you have Super Temp, is there any reason to not just hold on to Turbo?
Pretty much no. Like, unless there's a particularly weird terrain bit that you want to slow down for, which there's usually not going to be, then, yeah, you just hold Turbo the whole time. Anyway, clearly the princess is better at this than anyone else.
Yeah.
Just in general. So this one was more like the standard thing, more similar to the first one. It's got the two ramps. They're kind of close together at the start.
2 ramps and then the big one.
Yep.
It's the last course.
Yeah. Course 4. I don't remember this one. Right, this had, like, the coins on this one were spread out and kind of scattered a little weirdly. So you can't just get super right away and keep it. You kind of have to go a little throughout, grabbing coins here and there.
Or knocking people over to steal their coins.
Yeah, because as I haven't said that yet this session, that whenever you successfully knock an opponent over, you get 1 coin. But whenever you fall over for any reason, you lose all your coins. And there's the statue just kind of sitting out in the open at the beginning.
Yeah. Okay. Wario somehow going far ahead.
Yeah, again, like, that at least makes sense that Wario is cheating.
Yeah.
You know, it makes a bit less sense that Mario and Toad are cheating, but, I guess the princess is giving herself a handicap here. By using the worst bike.
Well, is it the worst bike, though?
It's the worst bike in the current race. We'll see next time for the next stadium that it is not, in fact, the worst bike in the entire event. Or maybe it's the same bike and it's just the driver? I don't know.
Ooh. We'll see what happens next time. So another jumping event.
Yep, the last jumping event. Last distance jumping, rather. It's got another ramp in the air
ramp.
set up.
Which I guess makes sense in the Mushroom Kingdom because they have floating construction.
Yeah. You know, I think the first and the third might actually be the same, and then the second and the fourth are the same as well. So, like, you can use how well you did on the first 2 to, you know, carry over and do better on the second 2. Well, here is the final score after the 4 courses. 3 statues. But then you get another Boo bonus game. It's after the second course and the 4th course, you get a bonus game. And this time it's at night. This time, instead of a weird hard candy sun, we have a cookie moon. I have no idea where the fuck we are. Maybe we're in fucking dreamland?
I mean, in the last one, the sun was wrapped in.
Yeah,
a candy
I said
wrapper.
it was a hard candy sun. This
Yeah.
time we have a cookie moon.
I don't
know.
And there were giant pencils during the jumping event.
Yep.
It kind of reminded me of Yoshi's Island, but...
I guess they just built a lot of, like, pageantry and weird sets around their stadium?
To the point of making a moon?
I mean, you could have, like, a fake moon hanging from strings from a set.
Okay.
Anyway, as always, Wario fucks off in the middle of the race because he decides money. Money's more important than racing. They're just racing for prestige at this point. Since the princess doesn't even kiss anyone, they don't even get, like, an award ceremony. They just, you know, you win the race and you get the prestige of having won the race. And again, you get your final scorecard at the very end.
And I guess you're supposed to send this in for some reason?
Yeah, again, I don't know exactly what the deal was with this one. But, you know, it's you get your scorecard and you can be like, oh, here's the score that I got on the Satellaview broadcast. This is the only time that we got it. So,